This show is dedicated to Betsy Ross, who had a really difficult and hard life. 3 husbands, a true patriot, the creator of the first flag, incognito mind you, and making bullets on the side for the muskets. Today, in Betsy's honor, I'm making oyster stew, followed by a duckling with beans and bacon and a peach chutney. So stay right here as I prepare this 13-star meal for a taste of history. They say the streets are paved with oyster shells throughout the old city Philadelphia, and I'm sure they're right. Oysters was the fast food staple of the 18th century. Today I'm making a classic oysters everybody knows, which is the most simplest dish, but then again, simplicity is always what makes it great. We're doing an oyster stew. All you want to do, you want to open the oysters, and any oyster will do. There is again no right, no wrong. Get them loose. And don't cut your finger while doing it. Now, in true tradition of the 18th century, I'm serving it in a bread roll, which is kind of unique, because the bread roll that we're serving it in today, which is called an anadama roll, is cornmeal and molasses. So all you want to do is you want to cut the bread open, and depending how much oysters you want to give somebody, is the size of the hole. So you had company come over that you didn't like, you make the hole shallow. If you have people that you do like, you make the hole deeper. Obviously, when General Washington came over to Betsy Ross's house, I'm sure it would have been a deep hole because he paid her handsomely to making the flag. I'm told something like 14 pounds. Anyway, so you just go like so, and this dish comes together in no time. There's many, many other recipes, and many people put many different things into the oyster stew. I recommend to ignore all those recipes and follow my recipe as I show you here on A Taste of History. Because the more things you add onto it, the lesser you get the flavor of the oyster. We're ready to go. All we're going to do now, you can make it deeper, shallow, either way you want to do it. Anadama is cornmeal and molasses bread, and actually it has an interesting story to it. And the story was in England, a fisherman every morning went to go fishing and came back home, his wife was gone, there was a cold corn porridge sitting on the table. So one day he taken the porridge, moved some molasses under, stuck it in the oven, and out came this beautiful bowl that we call today anadama, meaning, damn you Anna, I could have always had a piece of bread like that versus a cold corn porridge. The most important part when making this dish, you want a hot pan, you want the oysters in with the liquid that came out of the oyster shell, and it comes together really, really quickly. You don't want to overcook the oysters because you don't want them to get hard. So you can put milk or cream, whatever you prefer, salt, and good amount of pepper. And now you want to cook them just as much as the oysters curls. You don't want to overcook them. Very, very important. Oysters curling up. This means they're ready to go. And all we got to do now is serve them in the bowl. Or you do that like so. Take a couple of them and spoon them right on top. Just put about 4 in there like so. And a little fancy, you take the top, cut off the bowl, and how simple and how easy and how beautiful is that? Oyster stew that you would eat the roll along with it. The bowl becomes your bread that you eat along with the oyster. Let's go see Betsy Ross's house and see where our flag was born. Lisa, can you tell me where General Washington and Betsy first met?
Well, we know that they both worshipped at Christ Church, and from the records over at Christ Church, we know that their pews were near one another, so they probably were familiar with each other from their worship services. Betsy was visited by 3 members of the flag committee that day. George Washington, of course, was the most famous and most important one. She was also visited by Robert Morris, the Revolutionary War financier, and George Ross, who was her late husband's uncle.
Good day to thee, sir. Pleasure to welcome thee to my shop today.
Fantastic. Obviously, you played a very important part in the 18th century. And for people like me who dwell in the 18th century, how was it when you first met General Washington?
I must admit I'd not ever made a flag before, but I discovered that the stitchery in a flag is not unlike the stitchery that I should be making in this post.
Because it had to be stitched very, very proper. You wouldn't have changed anything that George Washington mandated. In other words, the amount of stars or...
I did not change the number of stars, no, not at all, sir. 13 colonies we are. But I did change the number of points upon the star. I'm going to show thee how I can make those 5-pointed stars quickly and easily. Now watch carefully here. Fold it once. I will then fold it twice. And last of all, I will take this small piece here and I will bring it to the back. Of course, it's not a star. Not until I've taken my scissors and snipped it only and ask thee to open it up.
Spectacular. You are a genius. Look at that.
It is indeed, sir. A small trick of the trade.
It's like me making beurre manier. See, nobody knows.
And again, sir, I think Washington recognized that if I was saving time, he was going to be saving money.
You had to be a real strong woman, if you will, working on something so clandestine.
I must admit that when I was requested to make that flag by Washington, at that time it was indeed considered to be traitorous. Right. If someone had walked through the doorway and seen me openly sewing that banner of rebellion, I might have been charged with treason, and thou should know the penalty, sir, if convicted of treason.
I do know.
So I sewed it in my bedchamber.
Sounds unusual. She had an upholstery shop, but she's sewing in her bedroom. Well, that's because Betsy Ross didn't own this house. She rented space here. And what she was doing was illegal.
Sure.
The other tenants in this home could have been loyalists, so she needed to do it in a private place. And this was the only place where she was guaranteed privacy.
And therefore, I avoided a hanging.
In my hand, I've got a facsimile copy of a document that tells us that Betsy Ross was actually paid for making musket balls in 1779.
This is a job that is most often done by the women, not that the men cannot do it in the field, but it is a way for me to be able to supplement my income. And the musket, of course, is formed inside the molten lead, which has been poured in, and then when it's cooled, the musket ball is done. My willingness to do this, though, is also considered to be treasonous, I must admit. It is something that is not considered to be an item that is for the usage of the British. So therefore, making cartridges for the Americans is treasonous. But then again, I'm not afraid or fear to do these things. I've earned a nickname, though, I must admit. Because of my willingness, I have been called the Little Rebel.
I don't want to shock you, but in the 18th century, all fowl was served, even cooked, with the head on. As I witnessed not too long ago down in Williamsburg. Actually, it's a matter of fact. Anyhow, we're doing a duck today, and the reason that I choose to do a duck for Betsy Ross's honor is that ducks would have been readily available. Free protein was all over. For some of you that know Philadelphia better than others, Broad Street used to be the burbs. And you had big flocks of ducks and turkeys and else around. So the 18th century more common people would have gone out there and looking for ducks and quails and pheasant and have you, and supplement their menus with free protein. After all, you catch it and have to pay for it. And second of all, in the case of like Betsy Ross that made upholsterer, she would use the duck feathers anyway for the upholstery, for the pillows, pillowcases, and what have you. So if she had a duck, she could have used that. Not to gross out anybody, we'll just take this head and off it goes. Voila, duck gone. Fat. If there is a lot of fat in there, some depends. Some are more fatter than others. You take the fat out, the cavity, and you do the same thing as you do with chicken. You see me do it. You make schmaltz. You take the legs off, which is a big delicacy in Chinese cuisine, by the way. Duck feet are absolutely adored for. Over here, we're going to just take the wing bone off to this level. Same thing here. People would use that to make soup, stew, etc. Once the duck is ready for that, we now take what we call an aromat, which is basically apple. You can put any other, if you like pear better than the flavor, apple is good. You put some apple up in the cavity. Take a little bit of celery root, just a tad. Celery root in there. And a little bit of onion. Goes right up. A little bit of thyme. Some parsley. You want to get the stem of the parsley for that, because the flavor of that comes out when you cook it slowly. You want to put a little salt in the cavity, a little bit of pepper, and you're ready to go. All you got to do now is get a string, twine, and you want to tie it up. And the reason why you want to tie it up is, I explained many times to people in the restaurant or students, and they always look at me, why? It's because if you would cook this duck like so, what would happen is most likely the legs, the inner thigh of the legs would not be cooked. By tying it up the way I'm doing it, you let the heat penetrate next to it and cook the thighs. That's what happens. So I go like so, turn it around, go underneath one more time, and then you go through it and the legs here, tie it over. Take it behind the wing bone that I just clipped and tie it tight, like so. And now you see the heat can penetrate down here while cooking it, and this is why you dress the ducks or chickens as such. Now all I gotta do is I have my little roasting pan here. When you roast a duck or any kind of fowl, make sure you use a deeper roasting pan, because there could be a lot of grease in there. This happens to be a very lean duck, not ducks are all lean. I got this from an Asian market, and the Asian people don't by and large like real fatty duck, so this is where this is from. But you could be a fatter duck. Then you want to make sure that the grease that comes out when you cook it will not set your kitchen on fire. Just put a little salt on it, and that's it. Maybe a little bit of white pepper if you like. It doesn't obviously need any grease, because there's enough fat underneath the breast and under the legs to make it happen. So anyway, let's go in the oven. And I'll take that and just stick it in my beehive. I'll make sure I don't break my head. Let it go. Did you know that in the 18th and 19th century, there were no rules for what an American flag should look like? So watch this.
Few people realize that until President Taft's 1912 executive order, the U.S. flag had no prescribed layout for the stars and stripes. Because of that, there was a great deal of creativity to Old Glory, starting with the original 13-star rendition all the way through to today's 50 Star-Spangled Banner. Jeffrey Kenneth Cohn, an avid flag collector and expert on their history, showed us part of his collection.
I'm a temporary steward of the American flag. There's something about the American flag that I just love. And they're really the first American folk art form that anyone, including myself, could design the flag. This is called the Grand Union or the Continental. It represents the English dominion over the 13 United Colonies. This is actually the first American flag. And if we had lost the Revolutionary War, guess what? We'd be flying this today. Most people don't realize that the American flag was a cell phone of its day. It was a form of communication. So to identify what country a ship was from, you looked to the flag. There were 3 flag acts. The first was 1777, which spoke about 13 stars in a new constellation and alternating red and white stripes. And then in 1794, they added 1 star for each of the 2 new states and made the most famous flag, the 15-star flag, of which the Star-Spangled Banner most people are familiar with. This is a Civil War Navy flag, and the configuration of the 13 stars are 454. Now, this is not a 13, but it's an unusual material one. Material was not available in days of yore like it is today. What they used is, for the white white stripes, pieces of feed bags, and you can see the name of the company is still on there. Fabric of the early flags, this looks very gauzy, almost cheesecloth-like, and the reason is you wanted the air to flow through rather than use it as a sail. So some people say this is really a cheaply made flag, but this is totally homespun. Our flag is called the American Ensign, and it was designed really to be used by the Continental Navy once our country was established. I see it as a work of art. It's actually a kinetic, two-dimensional sculpture. They're alive if you look at them. And they're really the first American folk art form that anyone, including myself, could design the flag.
The English that colonized the Far East brought chutneys to the American shores. Chutney is a way to preserving foods, like mango chutney, same can done with peach chutney. So chutney, the peaches when they were harvested, obviously at the right time, would have been made into chutney, and then they could preserve very well in glazed jars, in a root cellar or in a larder. Matter of fact, if you follow my recipe today, you could have easy 2 months of shelf life in your refrigerator or in a cold spot. However, when making chutney, you have to work very clean, very sterile, because you don't want anything to spoil on you. It's really easy, it comes together rather quick. All you want to do, I have onions that are already cut, put in my pot. I have peaches that you just put in halves because the peach will fall apart in no time. Yeah. I have red pepper that I already diced. You don't have to dice it, it just makes the cooking process a little easier. The red peppers go right in here. I have brown sugar. I have vinegar. Honey was a very important part of American dining because it was the grace for sweetness, and this was obviously available once you kept bees. So honey in this particular recipe, we use it twice. We use it once in here, and then second of all, put on top of the duck. This is the chutney recipe as simple as you see it. All I got to put on the fire. It'll take about, in a slow fire, about a half an hour to 45 minutes. You'll cook it until the peaches are disintegrated. Then you're done. Put it on the fire now. Okay. The chutney is on the fire. The duck is still roasting. Now we're going to work on the other dishes that go along with it. One is the green beans. And green beans, mind you, are just not the green beans like we know them today. Green beans in the 18th century would have been obviously only seasonal. Once they were ripe on the stalk, you would eat them. One way of preserving in the 18th century, besides, as we know, smoking and salt curing, would be drying. Children would take those beans and put them together with a needle, and you would dry them in your attic. When you're ready for a green bean in the darkness of winter, you would take them, you would soak them, and then you prepare them like we prepare any beans today. All right, there are my beans. Now we get ready to cook. Obviously, we have airplanes, we have supermarkets in our days, so we have them fresh. When I grew up in Europe, we used a lot of dried green beans. Matter of fact, you find many of my vegetable recipes in my book that are camouflaged with sauces, precisely at this point. Because when you dehydrate them, the look is not fancy, but the flavor is there. Many recipes in the 18th century, ironic to today, for a lot of vegetarians will say, why do you have to put things into it like bacon? Bacon was used a lot because bacon was readily available. And bacon would last extremely well once properly smoked, like the side of bacon I have over here. So all you do for that recipe, you would take a couple pieces of the bacon off of the end of the, like so, and you would either dice them up, or there's quite a few recipes that leave them whole in it, interestingly, so that you can later just kind of fish them out as well. But the flavor is there. Now today, I'll take one more piece here. This bacon actually is made by my good friend that smokes it for me. It's a beautiful hickory smoke, tastes absolutely spectacular. Let me put it back over here. I said the bacon, you can just chop it up either way. Now, you don't have to go to no fancy butcher to buy a side of bacon. any sliced bacon would work. But if you have the chance to buy like an applewood smoked or hickory smoked bacon, that'd be actually better. The bacon goes into my spider. Obviously no butter, no oil needed. The bacon has enough fat on it. So I'm going to put this right in the big spider that's already on the fire and let the bacon cook down a little bit. And it's sitting here. the meantime, you should see my chutney bubbling away. Spectacular. I have some shallots. Could also use onion. Shallot is like a little sweeter, so it makes it a little better of a recipe. So I put the shallots right in here. Now let it sit for a little bit. Again, I don't want too much color, or actually no color on the shallots at all. I put the beans right into the mixture and let them slowly simmer together. Put some butter into a small spider here. And the reason I'm serving this barley is a great starch, but secondary, I put some curry powder into it, and that makes it really spectacular, because the curry goes together with the chutney, and henceforth you get a connection with the West Indies, and you have the connection with the English Empire of bringing the chutney and curry to the American shores. The duck is ready. All right, while I'm cutting the duck, just be reminded that when I visited Monticello, Jefferson bought the ducks back from his slaves, not just for the meat, but also for the feathers for his pillows. Quite interesting. So the slaves supported their income a little bit. All right, the duck, all you want to do is you want to take off the back, which means the back of the, take a big strong knife and cut off the back, like so. Depending, you want to take the leg off, like so. You can take the backbone out if you choose to, like that. And then just put the duck, placed like so. Beautiful. And look how beautiful this is duck, huh? Couldn't get better than that. All I want to do is put a little bit of honey in there, just a little bit. And just put it in your oven for 1 second to glaze the honey. I don't need it because the duck is nice and hot. The barley is finished. Just a little, but the flavor is just spectacular, this barley. And it goes extremely well. The barley together with the chutney and the curry, just a spectacular combination. Next, we have our green beans. Look at that. Oh yeah. Salt, a little pepper, and voila. Green beans. And now let's take a look quick of my chutney that is bubbling away. We've got to see that. Let's bring it over for a second. Look at that. Maybe, chutney is almost ready. Look at it, in actual cooking time. It doesn't take much longer than a little bit more until the peaches are completely broken down, and then we're ready to go. All right, I made some peach chutney already that you would be serving on the side with the duck, right here. So now we just want to ladle that oyster stew into the anadama bowl and make a beautiful eating. There you go. A little bit of parsley on top, and we reset the little tops on them. 1, 2, 3. So we have the oyster stew in the anadama bowl. We have our nice barley with curry. Oh, they were unbelievable. She was quite a lady, flag designer, entrepreneur, and a patriot. This is my tribute to you, Betsy Ross, for a taste of history.